Assalamu alaikum, this is Aaqib speaking from Entrepreneurial Muslim, which is your go-to platform to build an online business through Facebook marketing. Now, are you frustrated working 9 to 5 and you want to earn some income online, through Facebook marketing, or you want to spend more time with your family? I understand you're really frustrated working 9 to 5 because you want to set up a business online, you want to spend more time with your family, but you're stuck in that 9 to 5 trap, Monday to Friday, chasing that paycheck every single month. You're maybe making like £1,500, subhanallah, every month, or you're making like $2,500 every single month, but it's not enough because you got bills to pay and you've got a lot of debt on your shoulders as well. Okay, are you stressed and are you frustrated? I've been in your position, subhanallah. I got rejected over 200 times looking for my dream job after university back in 2010. I was really frustrated, okay? 200 plus job rejections. And being Pakistani British, it's not easy because your parents are on your case. They want you to get a job. They want you to get some good money coming in. And these rejections, within 3 months were really painful for me, subhanAllah, okay? I used to go to London, I used to go to Birmingham, I used to go all across like the UK to get that job so I could please my parents. There was a time I was actually working in my local corner shop, okay? I was working in my local corner shop. I don't normally share this because it's quite embarrassing, but I'm going to be really open and honest with you, okay? I used to work in my local corner shop. I used to get paid like £1.50 an hour. It was a big insult because I used to go to the warehouse at the back of the shop, the storage place. And yeah, it was really painful because I used to clean the shop and I wanted to make more money, but I was stuck in that kind of 9 to 5 trap. It was really hard for me, okay? And then I got a sales job, after university, and I was in the interview, and the guy was like, "So Aaqib, why should I give you the job? Okay, what makes you different?" And I was like, I'm passionate, I'm committed. And then he was like, "Do you have any other questions for me before we leave the interview?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got one question." He was like, so what's the question? And I was like, so when do I start? And he was like, okay, you can start tomorrow. And I worked in sales for like, subhanAllah, 5 months. And I was like, working 9 to 5 isn't for me, okay? 9 to 5 is not for me, okay? I didn't like 9 to 5. I'm not saying 9 to 5 is evil, I'd advise you actually keep working 9 to 5 until you build your business up. But what I can give you, I can give you a proven business formula, okay? That's worked across my clients, that's worked across my students, inshallah. I've generated over £700,000 in sales within the last 11 months or so. I've built $1 million Muslim brand in the last 11 months or so. Let me give you some numbers, okay? So I started Entrepreneurial Muslim back in 2015 around October time, okay? So I invested around how much was it? I invested around $100,000, around £75,000 to launch this business, okay? In October, did around $250,000 in sales. In November, did just under $100,000 in sales. December was quite a low period because I got really tired and I got really drained. I kind of burned myself out. January started to kick up again, and then February done some okay sales. March was really good, okay, and then April was again a bad month. May was really good, and then June was okay, and then July, mashallah, done really well as well, and then August was really bad because things changed and we couldn't adjust. We didn't come out with a cheaper product. We couldn't change our systems enough. But mashallah, within 11 months, managed to do $1 million and 14,244 $44. Is that cents? No, that's dollars. Okay, I still get my American currency mixed up. So it's $1 million 14,242. Okay, there's no cents there. That's over 775 £1,000. Okay, so yeah, subhanallah, I've achieved some really good results, and my profit margin has been over 50% because I keep investing back into the business. Okay, and I'm all about investing back into the business, profit margin. But it's not just about profit, it's not just about sales, it's actually how much money is in the bank. Okay, cash in the bank. Now, no one tells you this, okay, but I have 5 figures in my bank account, right now, okay, because I'm a big believer in investing. I invest. I'm not all about saving, but I have, mashallah, good stable income in my bank account as well. No one tells you this, but I like to be open and transparent, okay? You want to have like, 7 figure sales, or you want to have like a ratio of, let's say, your sales figure should be bigger than your profitability figure, and then your profitability figure should be like bigger than your cash flow figure, like your cash in the bank. Not always, but it's kind of my rule of thumb. You obviously want to make more profit, okay, but it's all about having that cash in the bank, inshallah, okay. But you want to also invest, okay. By investing you actually grow your business, if that makes sense. So let me write this down for you, okay. 7 figure sales, okay. 6 figure profit, okay. And then 5 figures in the bank account. 5 figure in the bank account. Okay, that's actually cash in the bank, okay. So don't just look at sales, look at profitability, and then how much is actually in the bank account. It's a big lesson I learned, because for me it was all about the sales, but then I found out that it's about cash in the bank, okay, because that's what's going to pay the bills. If you have $100,000 in sales, but it's coming in like $10,000 per month across the next 10 months, then okay, it's not quite that cash in the bank, but still, mashallah, it's good money coming in. So I wanted to be transparent about these numbers, because it's all about transparency, alhamdulillah, okay. And you want to have some expenses. Like, if you have expenses, it means you invest in your business, okay. You're never going to have 100% profit, okay. If you have 90%, that's good. I've even had profitability of over 90% margins with some of my campaigns. But you want to invest back into your business, okay. So let me show you some case studies. If I go back onto this page, actually, so do you want to learn my 5-step Facebook marketing system that has generated $2 million plus in sales across my top students and clients, okay. So you're actually watching the video. So let me give you some really good value, okay. So basically, step 1 is idea creation, okay. What is your business idea, okay? What pain do you want to target? What solution do you want to give? Okay, what audience do you want to focus on? So for example, I target entrepreneurial Muslims across the Western world who want to start a business online. It's mainly digital, so it's information products. It could be education based. I don't go anywhere near Amazon, okay. My main focus is digital products, okay. Step number 2 is all about your mindset, because so many Muslims have this backwards mindset where they don't want to invest in their growth. They feel like, they want to keep spending money on entertainment, on Bollywood, or on, pointless things. They think investing in their growth is really expensive. They're happy to spend, tens and thousands of dollars to, buy a house, but they're not willing to invest a couple thousand or a couple $100 to, grow their business or to invest in their learning. Okay, I've been online for over 10 years now, okay. And for most of my time online, I was broke. It's only in the last couple of years my finances really shot up, because I had mentors, okay. I invested in my growth and I took bigger risks, okay. So it's all about your mindset. Think big, okay. Set yourself bigger targets and visualize how much you actually want to make. So when I started Entrepreneurial Muslim, I was like, I want to do $1 million, in my first 12 months. And mashallah, I hit that, okay. My goal for the next 12 months is to build a multi-million-dollar brand, inshallah. Okay, step number 3 is product development, okay. When we're talking about information products, we're looking at PDFs to webinars. It could be video training, for example, like this. It could be an online course, okay. It could be a mastermind group. That's what we mean by, products, okay, digital products. The digital information industry online is worth over $100 billion. It's a monster, okay. You have to tap into that. Just in the Muslim space alone, it's worth, subhanallah, multi-millions of dollars. So, don't neglect this opportunity. You can turn your passion, your story, your life experience, your expertise into a business online, into a profession online. But it is going to be hard work, okay. There's no get rich scheme, okay. You're not going to sign up for a course and instantly make money. That's very unlikely. You know, if you're brand new to business, if you're brand new to entrepreneurship, you have to give it a couple of weeks, a couple of months, okay? You don't want to hear that, okay? Because we're too used to scams and hype up statements, okay? Like, be a millionaire or make $1,000 in 10 seconds. But as a Muslim, I have to be honest with you, okay? A lot of people lose money because they don't take action. They want to get quick results. But that's not what we're about, okay? We're about education, we're about growth and development, and then you start making money. You have to learn before you earn, okay? You have to make sure you invest in your growth. You have to work hard. If you want to be an overnight success, then you better work overnight, okay? So I want to make that really clear, because even though, I talk about, generated 7 figures, that's been hard work. That's like 10 years worth of work, okay? You don't see what happens behind the scenes, the hard work, the losses, the tears, okay? But I'm giving you that proven system now that really works, alhamdulillah. Okay, step number 3. Step number 4 is Facebook page. Okay, grow your Facebook page. Study other people's Facebook pages. I worked with, Baina to Al Maghrib to Islam Channel. I've worked with Yasmin Mujahid to Sheikh Mohammed Al Sharif to Dawaman to Yasir Qadi to many leading Muslim brands, from Baba Ali as well to, Sayyid Zaidi to a Muslim Entrepreneur Network to Muslim Matters to Productive Muslim. Okay, and I found a common theme across those different Facebook pages. Okay, you have to do video, because video touches the emotion, it engages a lot better. Okay, use a video, use your phone to make a video, and that can be really powerful, inshallah. Okay, post at least 2-3 times a day. Share your posts on your Facebook profile. Okay, use Facebook chat to spread the message, and try do some Facebook ads. Try hit your first 100 likes. If you're more advanced, then set up a Facebook funnel, okay, from Facebook ads to an email sign up page, and then from there to an email series, and then get people on Skype, or get people into a launch sequence, and then talk about your product, okay? You never have to pressurize people. Just talk about your product and be selective. Don't take on board everyone, okay? Step number 5 is all about selling. Okay, selling. I've got a number of students who have built, 4-figure, 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure businesses online, okay? And there's a common theme that they take action, okay? They take action, set up a PayPal link, okay? Create a PDF guide, okay? You can get your logo, your cover photo, your front page of your PDF guide done from Fiverr.com. Okay, so Fiverr.com, get it made, take action, get it up on Dropbox, okay? Dropbox, set up a free PayPal link, okay? PayPal and payment link, and then sell to your friends. So, call up at least 25 of your friends and sell like a £5, 10-page PDF guide. Really tap into the needs of your audience, okay? When it comes to idea generation, look at Amazon and look at like Google. Okay, who else is doing your idea out there? And how can you model that? How can you give it your perspective, inshallah? Okay, hope that really helps and gives you the 5 proven steps, okay? To learn these steps in much more depth and to get the entrepreneurial Muslim formula, okay? EM formula, you have to apply below. Okay, so click on the button below and apply, and just fill out the form so that Yasser can speak with you over Skype. No pressure, no strings attached. Speak with Yasser over Skype. He'll give you a plan. He'll go over these 5 steps with you. He'll give you valuable coaching, okay? In my opinion, Yasser's one of the leading Muslim coaches in the world. He came from like nothing, like he's my fitness coach. And we're running like 5 kilometers one day, and I was like, okay, bro, so you've got rejected by a Coca-Cola. What next? And then I employed him, and using my system that I'm, going over with you now, that Yasser's going to teach you as well, he's managed to bring in over $250,000 in sales, over £150,000 in sales across the last couple of months, okay? So if he can do it with no Skype selling experience or no, online selling experience, then I'm sure you can do it as well. Okay, you just need the right system. The word system stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, money, okay? Save yourself stress, time, energy, money. Okay, so we're going to give you a proven system, okay? Make sure you attend this Skype call, inshallah, so you can benefit. There's going to be limited spaces. We're really booked out, mashallah, quite often, so make sure that you actually book a call, okay? You apply, and you really make a difference. So basically to apply, all you do is on this page that you're on now, go below the video, Okay, click on apply, click here to apply, and then you'll go on to this woohoo page. Just tell us a little bit about your startup business challenges. Okay, what are your goals, dreams, targets? So Yasser can prepare better for the Skype call. And then once you apply, on the next page, you have to book your Skype call. Okay, if you don't book your call, then we're not going to be able to speak with you. Okay, so once you fill this in, basic questions: what's your goals? What's your basic information? Okay, why do you want to learn from Aaqib, myself? What are your three biggest weaknesses? And then on the next page, there's a couple more questions. Okay, this will take you like a couple of minutes, like 5 minutes to fill. Make sure there's no spelling mistakes and make sure you fill this out properly because first impressions do count. And then once you've applied, okay, you go on to this page, okay, and then book your breakthrough session and pick a time. Okay, you just click on that, pick a time, and yeah, schedule your call. And then a couple of hours before the call, and then a couple of minutes before the call, you'll get SMS reminder, you get text reminder, you get email reminder, and then make sure you turn up to the call. Okay, you have to turn up to the call so that Yasser can help you. This is the first time that we're opening up entrepreneurial Muslim star coaching sessions. Okay, we don't normally do this, but we're going to give you amazing value, inshallah. Okay, so make sure you book your call, make sure you click on the button below this video and apply. You've got nothing to lose. Okay, I've worked with so many people. I've worked with Bayna. Okay, they've generated $32,000 within 3 months. I worked with Productive Muslim. I worked with Al Maghrib. Okay, Dawa Man. I worked with Ali Dawa, Musa, Adnan. They highly rate my work. I worked with Sheikh Muhammad Al Sharif. My 17-year-old student highly rates the work that we're doing. Okay, Abdullah, he's made good money through my mentoring. Mudassir Raja, I led a launch for him as well. Dawa Man's made good money. Catherine Jones has made good money. Okay, Zain Ginsberg was a carpet cleaner, has made money. Okay, Mohammed Gaidan, his recent results, he's done like £4,000 in like 25 days. $6,000. Ismail, he's made hundreds of dollars through Facebook ads. I've been on TV 6 times, mashallah, in the last couple of months as well. So there's a lot of credibility, a lot of authority there. So make sure that on this page, you go below the video and you actually apply, okay? Inshallah. And I look forward to, hearing about your success. I look forward to working with you. I'm actually writing a book as well. Okay, look, I'm actually doing an event, quick plug, Entrepreneurial Muslim Live. We've got loads of amazing speakers, got people coming from Nigeria to Canada to US, just to be part of this event. That's how powerful Entrepreneurial Muslim brand is, okay? It's extremely powerful. Let me show you something else. I'm actually co-authoring a book as well, okay? And let me show you this quickly. So this is going to be amazing. And then I'm going to leave it to you. And you have to, inshallah, click on the button below and make sure you apply, okay? If this loads up, I hope it loads up. Okay, brilliant. It's going to come up now. So, not there. It's okay. It's just coming up now. Bismillah. Let's wait for it to come up. But yeah, you got a decision to make. You can, waste your time. You can be happy working your 9 to 5, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can set bigger goals, bigger targets, okay? I want to show you something quickly. Okay, Mo Nawaz, he's one of my mentors and partners in Entrepreneurial Muslim, okay? He's worked with 9 8-figure brands, okay? Collectively, across, all of his clients, he's mashallah managed to bring in over 500, million pounds in sales. Let me actually show you. I want to give you some proof. Okay, so we type in Mo Nawaz. Mo Nawaz. I want to give you some proof because it's all about proof, and that's quite a big number. So he's a strategic advisor to FTSE 100 leaders, okay? He's one of my partners and mentors in Entrepreneurial Muslim. So it's gone to clients, okay? I've got a lot of mentoring from him. He helps me, and I've got his number as well. Look, he's worked with Barclays, Tesco, Orange, Vodafone, Shell, 8-figure, 9-figure brands, okay? I'd love to teach you what he's taught me, basically. And I made a big claim about the 500 million pounds. So let me give you proof. So on his website, where is it? Okay, I think it's here. Okay. And then I'm going to leave it there. And you have to, inshallah, click on the button below. Okay, so having created one of the most dynamic learning communities in the world, through his mastermind groups, he has increased he has increased the combined revenues of his private clients by more than, you know, 750,000 pounds. Okay, so it's actually more than 500 million pounds. Okay, but I like to be conservative. Do you get me? So yeah. So all you have to do now is click here to apply. Go below the video, apply. Got nothing to lose. Go on to this this page. Make sure you apply, and then make sure you book the call. Okay, this is really important. Don't just apply. Make sure you book the call, and inshallah, look forward to your success. Get on a Skype call with Yasser. It's completely free. It's a coaching call, and Yasser will give you those 5 steps and personalize it for whatever your business idea is. And if you don't have an idea, Yasser will still help you. Okay, he'll give you more clarity. And if you already have an established business, then you still benefit from the tips. And we'll throw in some really good Facebook marketing strategies as well. Okay, so click on the button to apply. Click on the orange button below the video to apply, and I'll speak with you soon. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.